Whether it's a lager or an ale, whether it's a stout, light, dark, or pale. If you can brew it, Chad can review it. It's time for Chad's Beer Reviews. He's not quite an amateur, not quite a connoisseur, but regardless of the brewer, he's got taste in beer for sure.
You can tell just by his gut, this guy is a bona fide beer nut.
So whether it's a porter or an IPA, whether it's from Europe or the USA, if you can brew it, Chad can review it. It's time for Chad's Beer Reviews.
Hey, welcome to an episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. The beer I'm reviewing tonight, I've never actually reviewed on the show. It was in a Tuesday night beer school, but I've been drinking this beer for 10 years. I can't believe I've never reviewed it on the show. And I just checked my Untappd, and I have like 10 or 11 check-ins to it. I would say this is one of my all-time favorite beers. Top 10, top 20 maybe. And I'm finally giving it a formal review, even though I haven't many times. All right, so as you can tell from the title, this one is Tripel Karmeliet, or Karmeliet, I don't know. 3-grain beer, and it's made with wheat, oats, and barley. Oats are not really usual in a Belgian triple. It looks like this bottle's actually pretty fresh. I don't know if that's last July or last May, but it's less than a year old, so that's pretty fresh by Florida standards. Anyway, fancy beer, pour it into the fancy glass, and it's surprisingly clear. I don't think this is bottle conditioned, but yeah, it's a lovely golden color, maybe even yellow. Get 2-3 fingers of foam, but it has dissipated a little. Plenty effervescent. You can see it from there, I think. Let's give this thing a smell. This is always one of my favorite smelling beers. To me, it always smelled like Fruity Pebbles when I was a kid, but smelling it now, this smells just like standard Belgian triple. Like if you ever had Chimay White or Westmalle or something like that. It's just classic Belgian yeast esters. It's a lovely banana, slightly clovey, maybe like some green fruit, green pear in there. It has definitely like a spicy kind of character to it. So let's dig in here. Cheers. I think I figured out just now why I like this one more than most other triples, even though I love triples. I think it's the use of the oats. It's sweetening up the beer, because usually these things are like, very bitter, bone dry. So like up front, you're getting like, and I think there's a combination of like whatever specific yeast strain that they use, which I believe gives it like, it's like the fruity banana, almost an orange kind of flavors and aromas. And you mix that with the oats, so you're getting like this kind of lightly sweet sensation up front. And then the Belgian yeast kicks in again, so you get like the peppery, spicy phenolics on the finish. Yeah, it's a really interesting combination of like this citrusy Belgian yeast flavor, and then also the, high carbonation, the alcohol. 8.4 isn't like super strong. In fact, I always thought this beer was stronger than that. I thought it was like 10 or 11% or something, but it's, strong enough to notice. It's giving us drying sensation. So, this reminds me of, actually, it's kind of like a mimosa, of like almost like an orange juice and champagne kind of thing. But obviously not, acidic like orange juice. It's actually, I never really noticed this before. It's, I thought this was like a huge bodied beer. It's, because like the quads tend to be full bodied but also high carbonation. I'd probably put this one closer to like medium body, but also high carbonation. Yeah, this is like champagne effervescence here. That being said, it's really easy to drink. And I do notice a slight creamy texture. This is definitely a little bit more soft and creamy than most Belgians, but at the same time, it kind of messes with my head because it's like slightly creamy, but also so highly effervescent, Usually a high effervescence works with like no dextrins, just that like clean snap texture, like a lager or something. All right, so my score for the Tripel Karmeliet. Can't believe I waited, 15 years. No, more than that. But yeah, this is my favorite triple, one of my all-time favorite beers. This gets my highest score, 10 out of 10. If you can find this, pick it up. In fact, this was out of my market for like the last 2 years. So I just saw it and I was like, oh, I haven't had that in a while. So if you watch all the way in, you know you're awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll see you for Tuesday Night Beer School. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it, Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Review. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.